Hello, second graders. This is Mrs. Gilmore. Today we're going to be starting to work on subtracting two-digit numbers. Our goal for today is to talk about our add-ins that we haven't talked about for a while and how we can use those add-ins to subtract numbers. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to copy this math mountain into your math journal. 73 is going to go on top, 34 is going to go on the bottom, and then our empty box is going to go on the other side. So if you remember using math mountains, you remember that 73 is your total, T for total. 34 is one of your add-ins, A for add-in, and your other add-in is the missing number that you're missing from your box. So what are some ways that we can solve this problem? Well, we could count on using our sticks and circles. So if I wanted to count on from 34 to 73, I could start with 34. So I'm going to start counting on using my sticks and my circles, so my ones and my tens. So I'm going to start with 34, and I'm going to count on by ones until I get 34 to the closest tens number. And the closest tens number going up would be 40. That would be my next 10. So I'm going to count on by ones until I get to 40. So I have 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. So I counted on 6 ones until I got to 40. Now I'm going to count on by tens because I can count tens really easily. So to get from 40 to 50, that's going to be one more stick. And then to get from 50 to 60, that's going to be one more stick. And 60 to 70 is going to be one more stick or one more 10. So now I'm at 70. And I've got 6 ones and 3 tens so far. So I need to figure out how many more ones would I need to get from 70 to 73. So if I count 1, 71, 72, 73, that gives me 3 more ones that I would need to count on. So far I have put together 3 tens. Here we have our 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. And 6 ones here, plus another 3 ones down here, gives me 6 plus 3, which is 9 ones. So if I put those together, 3 tens and 9 ones is 39. So I can say that my missing number here in my box is 39. Okay, there's a couple other ways that we can do this as well. We can start at 34 and we can add all the way up to 73. So the easiest way to do this is to add until I get to 40. So I'm going to do 34 plus 6 is going to get me to 40. Then 40 plus 30 is going to get me to 70. And then 70 plus 3 is going to get me to 73. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the numbers that I added, 6, 30, and 3, and I'm going to put those all together. 6 and 3 is 9, plus 30, that's 39. So there's lots of different ways that you can find your missing number. The next thing I want you to look at is these math mountains that I'm going to put on here, and I want you to copy these in your math journal. You're going to notice something about all of these math mountains. something that they have in common. The first one is 70 and 30 are my add-ins and 100 is my total. My second one is 10 and 90 and for my add-ins, and my total is 100. My next ones are 20 and 80 as my add-ins, and those are my total is 100. And 50 and 50 are my add-ins, and my total is 100. So what you need to take a look at is that all of these math mountains have a sum or total of 100. Okay, so we can say if we add 7 tens and 3 tens together, that's going to give us 10 tens. And we know that 10 tens is equal to 100. So I can say for the next one, 1 10 and 9 tens is like saying 1 plus 9 in our tens, which is 10 tens. The next one is 2 and 8. That's 10 tens. And 5 and 5. That's 10 tens as well. Now the other thing I want you to look at is this set of math mountains, and go ahead and copy these into your math journal as well. Now these don't have tens as their add-ins anymore. So the first one is 74 and 26. 19 and 81 are your add-ins for the second one. 35 and 65 are your add-ins for the third one. And 52 and 48 are your add-ins for the fourth one. So I want you to see if you can find some patterns in these math mountains. If you look carefully at your add-ins, you'll see for the first one that the sum of the ones numbers, so in this case 4 and 6, is 10. 4 plus 6 is 10. And if you look at the next math mountain, you can see that the ones, 9 and 1, is also equal to 10 if you do 9 plus 1. And that's true for 5 and 5 and 2 and 8. So we can figure out that the sum of the ones is 10, and then we can take that 10 and we can add it to the sum of our tens. I'm going to add my tens now. So I have 7 tens plus 2 tens is going to give me 9 tens, but I have 9 tens, which is 90, plus my extra 10 that I got from my ones place. So that's actually 90 plus 10, which is 100. In this situation, I have 1 10 and 8 tens in my second math mountain, and 8 plus 1 is 9. So 9 tens plus that extra 10 again will give me 100. Same thing is true for the next math mountains. 3 tens and 6 tens is 9 tens, which is 90, plus that extra 10 gives you 100. 5 tens and 4 tens is also 90, plus the extra 10 gives you 100. The last thing I want to do now is have you get out your math board. We're going to use our math board on the next problem. So turn your math board over to the side that has the dots that look like squares made out of dots. Here's the problem we're going to work on. Here's the information we have. So I go to a ball game and I have 100 tickets. I want you to write this problem down in your math journal. I have 100 tickets for a ball game. I sell or give away, so I'm getting rid of tickets. I sell 68 tickets. And the question we want to know is how many do I have left? So before we do anything, we're going to underline the important information in this problem. The first part of important information is I started with 100 tickets. The second piece of important information, is that I get rid of 68 of them. I sell 68. And the question we're going to circle is how many tickets do I have left? So I'm trying to find the leftovers. So what I want you to do on your math board is we're going to take our 100 tickets and we're going to try to get rid of 68 of them. So I'm going to have you circle a whole square of dots here, because one whole square of dots is 100 dots. So I have 100 dots here, and I want to get rid of 68 of them. So I know that one of my columns, going from top to bottom, is 10 dots. So if I want to get rid of 68 dots, I know that 68 is the same as 60 plus 8. So I'm going to start by crossing out 6 of my columns, or 60 dots altogether. So here's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And I want you to do that too. Once you've crossed out 6 of your 10s, or 60 dots, then I want you to cross off 8 more dots for your 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what I have left over should be the number of tickets I have left. So I'm going to start by counting my 10s that I have left, my columns that I have full columns of still. So here's one 10, 2 10s, and 3 10s here. So far I have 3 10s, which is the same as 30. And if I count my extra ones, I have 2 extra ones. So I can say 30 plus 2 extra ones, and that's going to give me 32. So I can say I have 32 tickets left. Okay, now that you're finished with part 1, you're going to go on to the second video.